The return of Heartland for Season 19 has delivered what many fans had long considered coming off Civil War success. Alex Garland partners with Ray Mendoza on Warfare for a tense 90 minutes of hell. Based on the memories of veterans from a 2006 mission in Iraq, Mendoza takes his own experience as a veteran and the combined memory of the men who fought with him to craft the story unfolding in real time. Warfare doesn't give us or the characters more than a few seconds to breathe. Many movies brand themselves as the singularly accurate and gruesome depiction of what war is really like. And though Warfare isn't perfect, it's committed to playing the part. It's a tight script and contained story, which elevates Mendoza's intention to keep us directly in the line of fire. It does a good job of almost tricking you at first, beginning with the long, slow hours of waiting that define modern military action. This gives us a chance to see the group's dynamic and suss out the tiny details Warfare provides about these young men, in between the military jargon they're throwing around. When we meet them, they're a decently oiled machine, but they're never emotionless. If it were a different kind of movie, I might have wanted to spend more time with the men and get to know their dynamics. However, you don't have to know much about the characters to see that they would die for each other. Even when they're making the hard choices and the stakes of their decisions are literally life and death, you can see their humanity. Though Defro WTI, Mendoza is generally the focal point of the significant emotional beats. It's truly an unensemble piece. This, like all parts of Warfare, reflects the truth of a military unit. Warfare is not for the squeamish or sensitive, as we get plenty of head-on shots of bodies blown in half and injuries that will make your stomach turn. The film intentionally disorients and muddles the senses, making it as hard for us to focus as it is for the men on screen. It's a harrowing movie, made all the more upsetting as it becomes increasingly clear that these people are considered expendable. Warfare makes only a brief commentary about the effects the soldiers' actions have on the family whose home they invade and destroy, with the Iraqi family being kept out of sight in a side room for almost the entire runtime. Neither Mendoza nor Garland can speak to the horror and brutality faced by the civilians, with the filmmakers intending to make a movie about the soldiers. Warfare is good, but it's not as original as Mendoza and Garland are making it out to be. Most movies about war in the 21st century are gritty and about the needless sacrifice of young lives. It's gripping and effective, but doesn't have anything new to say. However, I don't think it necessarily needs to alter our perspectives with a never-before-seen take on war. Mendoza wants to grapple with what he's seen and the few short moments that changed a group of people's lives forever. If Warfare is how he chooses to exercise these feelings, who are we to deny him? Red Impossible, the emotional and powerful comeback of Ty Borden, played by Graham Wardle. After several seasons away, Ty's reappearance marks a defining moment for the series. The season opens with an unforgettable and symbolic scene. Ty riding his motorcycle back onto the familiar grounds of Heartland Ranch. This visual not only evokes nostalgia, but also signals a dramatic and emotional turning point for both the characters and the audience. The silence, the dust rising from the gravel path, and the stunned looks from the family set the tone for what is destined to be one of the most impactful seasons of Heartland yet. For years, Ty's absence has been deeply felt, not only by Amy and their daughter Lindy, but by every member of the Bartlett Fleming family. His departure changed the emotional dynamic of the series and left many fans grieving. When Ty left in Season 14, viewers were forced to watch the characters rebuild their lives around an unfillable void. Amy struggled to move on. Jack tried to keep the family together, and Lou, Tim, and Lisa each found themselves coping in their own ways. Season 19, however, offers something new, a long-awaited reunion, and the healing process that comes with it. The response from fans has been overwhelming. Social media platforms lit up with excitement and emotional reactions the moment Ty was seen riding back into the series. Posts filled with tears, joy, and disbelief flooded timelines, with many expressing gratitude that Graham Wardle had chosen to return to the show that made him a household name. This return wasn't just about nostalgia. It was about closure, hope, and reigniting a connection that fans thought was lost forever. Graham Wardle, in recent interviews, has shared how meaningful it was for him to be back on set. He noted the strong bonds he still shares with his former co-stars, particularly Amber Marshall, Amy, who has been a consistent pillar in the series. According to Wardle, the set of Heartland still feels like home, and the relationships he maintained off-screen made stepping back into Ty's shoes feel natural, even after years away. His return was not a simple decision, but rather one made from deep reflection and the realization that there was more story left to tell. Ty's return brings with it a wide array of emotional consequences. For Amy, it's a moment of complete shock, confusion, and eventually profound emotional release. After years of mourning and trying to find her footing without him, seeing Ty alive opens up old wounds but also creates a space for healing. Their daughter Lindy, who only knew her father through stories and photographs, now has a chance to build real memories. This new family dynamic brings both joy and emotional complexity as they attempt to reconnect and rebuild the life they once had. For the rest of the family, Ty's reappearance forces them to confront the ways they coped with his absence. But perhaps the most powerful element of Ty's return is what it symbolizes. His homecoming is not just a plot twist. It's a representation of healing, forgiveness, and second chances. Heartland has always been about family, love, and resilience, and Ty's return captures all of these themes in their purest form. The family, once broken by loss, now has a chance to reunite and find strength together. While it won't be easy, and the path to reconciliation will be paved with emotional struggles, the possibility of renewal offers hope not just to the characters, but also to the fans who have journeyed with them for nearly 2 decades. Incorporating Ty back into the narrative also raises questions about the past. Where has he been? Why did he stay away for so long? In the early episodes of Season 19, these questions are slowly unraveled. It's revealed that Ty had suffered a serious trauma and lost parts of his memory following a violent incident. Details he was unable to recall or reconcile until recently. Believing he had become a danger to his family, he chose to stay away until he was certain he had recovered mentally and emotionally. This revelation adds layers to his character and explains the haunting silence that followed his disappearance. His decision to return was not sudden, but the result of years of pain, recovery, and reflection. What do you guys think about this subject? I welcome your thoughts in the comments. For more such videos, you can subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, and like our video. See you again. Goodbye.